Be sure to follow us on social media. Subscribe. It's totally free to do that. Totally free to follow, free to subscribe.
I'm Thomas Iland, reminding you life doesn't come to you. It's up to you to come to life.
Grab yourself a cup of coffee.
Or tea.
Or
whatever your favorite drink may be.
It's time for ILAND'S
Insights. I'm Thomas Iland.
And I'm Rosetta Walker Iland.
Today is Monday, May 4th, 2026. And may the 4th be with you for those of you that celebrate Star Wars style. There's a saying that goes, April showers bring May flowers. So today we'll be talking about putting yourself around the right people, the right place, and the right circumstances so that you can make this world the best place that you can.
And to use as a metaphor, we know that flowers need to grow. They need dirt, water, all these different elements bring forth fruit, trees, beautiful flowers, plants, and different things need those elements to grow.
Different plants need different places, different environments to grow. Even somewhere as harsh as the desert still breeds cacti, the plural of cactus. Hopefully you're not as prickly as a cactus in the desert. But what kind of beauty are you growing or looking to grow? Are you in the right place to make that happen? This is the time to look at your environment, your circumstances, and root yourself where you can grow best.
And even surrounding yourself with the right people. We had an opportunity to go to a 3-day summit.
An artificial intelligence or AI summit specifically, led by Tony Robbins or Anthony Robbins. And we had an opportunity to see what we can create using artificial intelligence to share what we do.
We invite you all to be sure to look them up on social media. But right now, we're going to share with you something that we were able to do. First of all, talking about Tom's brand, Come to Life Coaching. Take a look.
All right, today we're going to dig into the brand identity of Come to Life Coaching. We're just using their publicly available info to break down their message, their philosophy, and the person behind it all to really see what it's all about.
Okay, so this is where we start. This is the main visual for the brand. You see it right away, it's bold, the contrast is high, and it gets straight to the point with the name and the website. This whole vibe, super direct and clear, is something we're going to see again. So the big question is, what exactly is Come to Life Coaching? You know, the name gives you a clue, but the brand's real identity is something they build for you, piece by piece. Let's start with the most obvious part.
Let's talk about the brand name itself, Come to Life. It's interesting, right? It's not just a passive name. It feels like an instruction, maybe even an invitation. So let's look at what that really suggests. Think about that for a second. Come to life isn't just a label, it's a command. It's an action. It implies you're moving from one state to another, from being stuck to being vibrant. That sets a really energetic and active tone right from the get-go. You know, every solid brand has a core philosophy, an idea at its heart. And for Come to Life Coaching, they've basically boiled their entire message down into one single powerful sentence.
And there it is. This is the whole ball game right here. This one quote tells you the entire story. It sets up a problem, it creates a pivot point, and it offers a solution, all in a few words. This isn't just a tagline, it's their entire narrative. So let's unpack how it works.
So let's really pull this apart. It's structured almost like a little 3-act play. First up, it sets the scene by presenting the problem. It starts with, life doesn't come to you. This taps right into a feeling we all know, right? That feeling of being passive, of just waiting around for something to happen to you, instead of making it happen yourself. Okay, so after it lays out the problem, we get the big shift, the turning point of the whole message.
And this is the crucial part. It's up to you. And you got to notice the capitalization on you. That is 100% intentional. It's designed to put the spotlight right on you, the individual. The message totally pivots from that passive state to an active one. It's all about empowerment.
So once the problem is out there and the responsibility has been shifted, the brand steps in with its proposed solution.
And boom, there it is. This is where they tie it all together. The solution cleverly uses the brand name itself. The action, to come to life, is directly connected to the service they offer, coaching. They're basically saying that coaching is the vehicle, the specific tool you can use to make that transformation happen.
Okay, so we get the philosophy. Now let's talk about the who. Any coaching service really comes down to the person providing it, right? So who is the person behind Come to Life?
The owner of Come to Life Coaching is Thomas W. Iland. Putting a name and a face to the brand gives it a personal touch and a direct point of accountability.
And here are the credentials listed for him: a Certified Human Potential Coach, or CHPC, and a Toastmasters International Accredited Speaker, or AS. Now that's a pretty interesting combination. It suggests a focus not just on the principles of coaching, but also on being a really effective communicator, which, let's be honest, is a huge skill for any coach to have.
So we have the philosophy and we have the coach. The final piece of the puzzle is pretty practical. How do you get in touch? The brand lays out a few very clear ways to engage. Their digital footprint is well defined. Of course, there's the main website, cometolifecoaching.com, but they also have a presence on the major platforms you'd expect: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So there are multiple ways to find their content.
And for anyone who prefers a more direct connection, they provide 2 phone numbers. There's a U.S. number, that's 661-313-3323, and also an international one, 353-896-112-842. So you have a way to get in touch that bypasses the whole digital world.
And that really brings us full circle. We've deconstructed the brand's identity, its core philosophy, and all the practical details. So we'll just leave you with a very question the brand itself poses, turning its own message right back to you. Is it time?
Wasn't that something?
I really love how they brought it all together, especially with your colors and just talking about the Come to Life coaching brand.
And it was a very clear call to action at the end. What will you do to come to life? It's on you to take that action. So go to it.
Now let's take a look at the Queen of Inspiration.
You know, you hear titles like the Queen of Inspiration, and you have to wonder, what does it actually take to earn that? Today, we're going to dive into the amazing life and career of Rosetta Walker Iland to figure out exactly that. Let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, let's just take a look at the brand itself. You see the crown, that big, bold Q. It's a really powerful statement of who she is, and believe me, she backs it up. This isn't just some logo, it's pretty much her entire mission statement right there in one image. And a huge piece of that mission is leadership. This quote, "Where leaders are made," well, that's the motto for Toastmasters International, an organization where she's a distinguished member. It just perfectly sets the stage for understanding her whole foundation in communication and influence.
So how did she build this incredible platform? Well, here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll look at our journey as a leader and a communicator, then dive into her work as a creative force, her entrepreneurship, and finally, we'll see the unstoppable mission that just ties everything together.
So let's start with section 1, a leader and communicator. This is all about how she forges new paths and inspires people through both her words and her actions. You know, what's really interesting here is how these roles just build on one another. It's like a natural progression. First, she masters communication, right? Then that allows her to become a motivational speaker. And from there, she can guide people on a really deep, personal, and spiritual level. It's such a clear path of expertise.
And I really want to pause on this first one for a second. Becoming a distinguished Toastmaster, or a DTM, that is a massive deal. It is the absolute highest honor you can get from an organization that's all about public speaking and leadership. So right away, you know her entire platform is built on this foundation of world-class, proven communication skills.
And this slide just brilliantly breaks down the two sides of her guidance. On one hand, as a certified life coach, she's all about strategy, actionable goals, and getting things done. But then, as a spiritual counselor, she's focused on the deeper stuff, purpose, inner well-being. She really offers this complete, holistic approach to empowering people.
Okay, so now let's see how all those communication skills fuel her work as a creative force. This is where she expresses that same inspiration, but through this incredible range of artistic talents.
I mean, just look at this. She's not just a speaker, she's an actress, a singer-songwriter, a poet, and a best-selling author. It's such a powerful reminder that inspiration isn't just one thing. It can come through a story, a song, the written word, the whole shebang.
Take her poetry, for instance. Her book is called Love is in the Air, and it's a collection of her love poems and quotes. It really shows you a more intimate, personal side of her creative spirit.
And her talent doesn't stop there. She's also a recording artist. And the source material actually gives us a direct call to action. If you want to check out her music, you can just Google Rosetta Walker Music and you'll find it. Pretty cool.
So you have all this talent, all this passion. But how do you turn that into real-world impact? Well, that brings us right to her work in entrepreneurship and advocacy, where she builds platforms to champion the causes she truly believes in.
And check this out. This table really lays out the scale of her operations. She's the CEO and owner of a creations company, a record production house, and a publishing company. And if that wasn't enough, she's also the founder of her own outreach ministries. This is what it looks like when inspiration gets an organizational structure.
And a really key part of that outreach is her work as a dedicated autism activist. This adds another crucial layer to her work, showing how she uses her platform and her influence to be a voice for others.
So how does it all connect? The speaker, the artist, the CEO, the activist, how does it all come together? Well, it all comes down to her unstoppable mission, the core philosophy that drives every single thing she does.
And here we are, full circle, right back to this powerful image. Because the Queen of Inspiration isn't just one of these things, it's all of them. Every single part of her career is just a different facet of this one single, unified identity.
And if you had to boil her whole philosophy down to just 2 words, this would be it. Mission Unstoppable. It's the title of her best-selling book, and it just perfectly captures that drive, that purpose, and that relentless energy behind everything she does.
And hey, to put her author status into perspective, she co-wrote that book with absolute legends in the field. We're talking about the world-renowned motivational speaker Les Brown and the acclaimed author Dr. George C. Fraser. That tells you she is playing in the big leagues.
So, we started this whole thing off asking what it takes to be the Queen of Inspiration. And I think we found it's this amazing mix of masterful skill, creative passion, business smarts, and a deep, deep commitment to service. So that leaves us with one final powerful question inspired by her life's work. What mission will you make unstoppable?
My AI really knows how to make the Queen of Inspiration look even more regal and inspirational, wouldn't you say?
Oh, thank you, my king. I love him. What will you do to make sure you are planted in the right places, that you can bloom, that you can grow?
And make sure that you are in the place where you truly belong. Sometimes you might be in a place that needs more nutrients, more sunlight, more tender loving care. It's on you to go to that place. Plants, particularly in nature, may not be able to uproot themselves, but you can. And in some cases, you must.
That's right. And you don't have to use AI. The point that we're making is some things take years to develop, to grow into what they should be.
Forcing that growth, it's like telling a flower, grow faster. Flowers, plants, nature, they all grow in their own time.
Like in your coming to life, it went from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It took time. Thank you for watching us today and joining in, and be sure to follow us on social media. Subscribe. It's totally free to do that. Totally free to follow, free to subscribe.
I'm Thomas Iland, reminding you life doesn't come to you. It's up to you to come to life.
And I'm the Queen of Inspiration. I love you, my loved ones, and I'm always praying for you.
May our insights be part of your inspiration.